Good morning. I am John. Today is Monday, March 13th, 2023. Time once again in this new week for my daily vlog. An opportunity to get up each morning, stand in front of this camera and talk about my journey, my experiment, my endeavor to make content creation my full-time job since I was laid off back at the end of last year. And last week was quite a ride. That was a lot of fun. If you missed out on last week, essentially last Saturday, a video that I published at the end of the previous week just kind of caught fire and blew up, and we were riding the wave of that. I published 3 follow-ups to that video in an effort to ride that wave pretty successfully. And I'm pretty happy to say that even though at this point, like, that video's meteoric just rise to the top and domination of everything in my stats, while that part of it is largely over, it's far from a dead video. It's still, now, I don't know, I published that maybe 10 days ago, 12 days ago. It's still getting between 100 and 250 views per hour, which is phenomenal. Phenomenal. I mean, some new videos we publish don't do that the day you drop it, So this has continued to do well. At the time that I record this, it's like 96,000 views. So if it continues to do what it's doing, I expect this video will continue to get views for us for the coming, several weeks at least. Maybe not, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds an hour, but it definitely has some staying power. In addition, the 3 follow-up videos, each one got progressively less popular, but the first one did over 10,000, then the next one did, I don't know, 4,000 or 5,000, and the third one did a couple thousand. All respectable videos, when it used to be that, my videos couldn't. There was a time when a video would, maybe get 1,000, and there was, I was kind of at the point where 1,000 was like the baseline to do well, and all of these have done incredibly well. So, but I mean, that topic has been milked as far as what I have to say about it right now, unless there's some development. We've diagnosed some problems with this review, we've done follow-ups, and the company's going to look at some things. If there are updates, of course, I'll do that because it's fertile ground. But I've said all I have to say about that one product today. Another product review will definitely help. I have no product reviews waiting for me that are for new products, but hopefully, in the near future, some more will roll in the door. In the meantime, Friday I got the last of those videos published, as I had mentioned. I got that done, and then I just kind of chilled for the weekend. It was, I worked last weekend to try to capitalize on that big steamroller of a video and that trend, which paid off, and I'm glad that I did, but really just kind of took the weekend fully off, and not fully off. I mean, I was putzing around with stuff, and I was putting together some video and editing some audio a little bit, but, that's kind of my hobby, even if I'm not working, so very relaxing. And, and I'm not... This is the time change, right? We just had I don't know what, it's the spring forward one, whatever. Anyway, it's one where we lost an hour. And I'm not a fan of the daylight savings time stupidity. We ought to get rid of it. I wish we would. And it's not even like, oh, I can't keep track of what time it is. Look, I know what time it is, and everything is fine. But I definitely feel, if you're not a morning person, the leap forward always feels it. Even though I got all the sleep I needed, it feels like I'm up early and I lost an hour of sleep. Even though I didn't, it's just the fact that I'm up earlier. Like, your body's rhythms kind of get wonky. Mine do anyway. So let's talk about today. So today, it's time to get back in the swing of things. I have a couple of long-form videos prepared that I want to start working on. I have some graphic work that I need to do. I need to prep the podcast for editing tomorrow. It's almost ready. I like to do a little bit of prep work in advance to make sure, I have the commercials and things like that in line, so that I can then be prepared to sit down tomorrow together on Twitch and do the full edit and get that done. I'll prepare this time for what we know is a limitation of Audacity. If you were there last week, you know that deal. But it's just kind of a getting back in the groove of things kind of Monday. I'm still so pleased with where we ended up at the end of last week. Our subscriber count as it stands now is 20,960 something at the last time I looked. The cool thing is You know, it's no longer, at the moment anyway, it's, you know, we got hundreds for a while last week. Now we're getting 50 or 60 a day still, which is, you know, 3 to 5 times what we were getting before this big wave. So it could be higher than the last time I looked by the time I take a screenshot for editing this video. We'll see. Yeah, I don't think there's, I think it's just time for me to get busy. It's, last week was so much fun. This is a little bit of a letdown coming to a week where there's not an amazing video, just creating tons and tons and tons of new followers and stuff. What it's time to do today is to start creating some more content to reward those people that subscribe, to show them the kind of stuff we continue to do so they'll stick around. Excuse me, goodness. All right, so with that, it's time for me to get busy today. I just want to thank you for stopping in for this morning's quick vlog. If you're here every day, I love you for that. So much appreciated. Have a good Monday. Do something good for yourself if you can, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.